Weekly Developer Briefing.
Grüße.
Today we talk about the Developer Briefing number 103. Supplies, resource nodes, ammo types and the Wilhelm update. The current meta for support was that you either redeployed or somebody force redeployed you. The devs are gonna change this by introducing a new crate mechanic. So with update 8 you will now be able to drop and pick your supplies up again. Your supplies have however been lowered from 100 points to 50 points of supplies. You sadly won't be able to just redeploy and get a new small crate back though. Because with update 8 you will now need to move to a manpower node. As soon as you enter the proximity area of that node, a countdown of 5 minutes will start, after which you receive a new box of 50 new supplies. Same goes for Rifleman, who can now only rearm his ammo box not by dying, but by getting close to a munition node and having that 5-minute countdown. That being said, you don't need to stay near the nodes for that countdown. You just need to let it trigger and then you can return to the battle. Also, if you die, the countdown won't stop. When it comes to resupplying your ammo, the devs now divide by 3 different ammo types. Firearms ammo for firearms, medical ammo for bandages, syringes and morphine, and explosives ammo for AT rounds, satchel charges and grenades. If you die, you of course get your normal loadout filled, except for ammo and supply crates. Those you still need to get back by going to a manpower/munition node. The maximum player level is being increased from 100 to 200. Each 50 levels you will receive a different medal, which will be shown next to your in-game name and in the high score. This should help show if you are rather new or a veteran to others. If you already have maxed level 100 currently, don't worry. The XP you have gained afterwards will be used to calculate your new level. Also, we will get a new player icon scaling feature. The further allied soldiers are, the smaller their icon will get. The devs recognize the input of the community and use the current early access phase to work on the metagame components. We might even see some new options on spawning at some point. With next week's briefing, we're gonna get more information regarding these meta changes. The devs are currently contacting those community members which offered their voice in the Wilhelm Scream event. If you can't remember, players could send in dev sounds which might be implemented into the game. We will hear these new dev screams in update 9. So people, you better check your mail up to the next 2 weeks. If you don't hear anything till then your dev sounds sadly didn't make it into the game. And that's it for this week's dev briefing. This week's briefing seems very problematic, to be fair. Well, it is an early access game and you will get some things that are good and some things which are bad, don't get me wrong. So you're only allowed to resupply at nodes. What if you build them on the point as the devs suggest, and then the point gets taken? Nodes are not being destroyed at the moment. So if the enemy doesn't destroy those nodes, then you are not gonna be able to resupply your supplies again. I don't even want to think about how offensive is going to be played. As soon as the defenders lose their frontal garrison. But don't get me wrong, they're not gonna destroy the nodes, why would they? You don't destroy the enemy nodes, but mine them, as well as camp near them, so you will be able to kill every player who has to resupply there. Truck drivers are gonna get killed, but don't destroy the enemy truck, defend it. Defend the enemy truck so nobody can go there. If it works like the other vehicles, it's gonna take 10 minutes until an empty truck is gonna redeploy. So you will be able to block truck supplies for 10 minutes. You can now also transport 50 supplies around, unless somebody wants to build a garrison, then your supplies are gone instantly. Which of course then you need to go to the next manpower node to refill, and after only 5 minutes of waiting or running back to the front, your class will be able to actually benefit the battle again. In the meantime, just ignore the many people who will scream at you at the top of their lungs to drop your supplies cause we desperately need a garrison. So what if we take the next hard point? Do we destroy all our nodes on the last one, run to the front and build them there? I can absolutely understand the idea of just going to a certain place and only there being able to resupply and rearm your stuff. Don't get me wrong, that is fine, that is okay. Why not make it so that you can resupply at the node, a truck, and your headquarters? This would actually help quite a lot. Make it so that you can resupply at your headquarters automatically. Also give the commander some kind of ability to destroy trucks as well as nodes. And that is the briefing for this week. I will be seeing you next week. Until then, goodbye.